We're live.
Hi, what's up, everybody?
Oh,
Being around. Yeah. Deep, deep, deep. Bing, 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 ba-doo-doo-doo. I can see.
so for Cthulhu, I'm changing him just a little bit because I want him to look like you're looking up at him.
Right on.
So I've got a reference of what's called an upshot of a bodybuilder.
All right.
I'm not going to use the whole thing, just basic idea.
Cue me in.
Probably should pull over that reference picture of Cthulhu because that was the most clear thing. I want to allow for
Yeah, we pick up the pillows. So can you show me, please? I'll be him off. Wall back. I'll be him off. Wall back. Be him off.
Can you hear Eli?
Yeah, sure enough.
This one. Yeah. That
Tell him I said hi.
That's where you felt that.
Joe says hi.
Oh, egg. Easter egg. Easter egg. Oh, Easter egg. The 10 this one? Yeah.
He says hi, Easter egg.
Okay. The next time you need medicine, you need to tell him. Dr. Brand. I had that. Dr. Brand. No, one goes to Dr. Brains. Dr.
I'm streaming.
Sorry, I'm trying to figure out how much Benadryl he goes to sell.
Nope, I'm just letting you know.
That call, Audrey. $50 doesn't clear.
He's quite talkative right now. So.
All right.
Oh, he'll stop soon because he just does himself with Benadryl.
That can be a quick thing. It can also be a lengthy thing.
Oh, no. We have 4 in the fridge, too. That's what's my one. The Monet, Monet? I don't know. Ramen? Yeah, don't worry. Okay. I have Monet,
I'm not trying to stick religiously to this at all.
I really want to make cheaper. Cheaper roll is 700. Or get some of that for the chicken ash paste.
I just wanted to get the feel of an upshot.
Right on.
What do I say?
I can dig it.
He's going to be tilting back.
Call my Sunday green mom. I know, it's really so nice. So get a shower, make sure you get clean shorts on. I cut shorts for my recording. Call that out, man, over time. What does he say? Well, man, be him out. That's what I heard. Not so on can, not so on can. Not so on Monday today? Not so Monday? All week. All week, one day? All week. We need to figure out what day we're going to Boston. What day? Okay. What day? What day? I think Thursday, but we'll wait and see how Dad's feeling. Can you go on? I want to check the weather. Can you go on? I don't know. I've got to check with her. Logan's not going to make this trip. That one. That's the next one. I hope he'll.
So I think I'm going to leave you to entertain for a few minutes and put this on mute. so that I can draw and not have to worry about the interference from the back. That has nothing to do with what's going on.
Right. All right. Well, I guess I'm here. If there's anybody there, say hi. Cause I'll say hi. Hi. What's happening, everybody? Anybody? Come on, man. Somebody, please. Wow. What's going on with sunset?
On the 24th.
Sounds like the track is skipping it. All right. And he's roaring. Yeah. Hey Rich, the music is kind of skipping.
But what?
The music sounds like it's skipping.
Sounds like it's skipping.
Yeah, it's like all over the place.
I don't know. That's weird. I don't hear any of that.
Can you hear the music?
Yeah.
It's jumping all over the place.
It just changed songs.
Huh?
It just changed songs.
Oh, I know, but it's jumping all over the place.
Well, we have one person watching. Maybe they can let us know if they hear this jumping around.
Yeah, she just comment. Let me know if it's just me.
Nobody's commenting, huh?
No, not yet.
That's alright, they don't have to show up here to comment, right?
Right on. You found me. There it goes. It fixed itself.
What?
It fixed itself. Yeah. Oh, Dennis Kelly. What's up, Rich? And co-host. Looks good, Rich. So looks good. Underdrawing for painting.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
this is an underdrawing for a painting of Cthulhu. This is the rough idea, but I've changed it so that there's a girl here. I'm changing him because I wanted more of an upshot. And all of these guys are, the last 3 videos have been, live streams have been drawing each one of these. But like I said, I replaced this one with a girl. This one's had more of an angle.
Nice.
And instead of having his hands up like this, I'm still having his head up, but I want his hands in more now.
Yeah. Lovecraft has some awesome characters.
What?
Dennis, the gonna comment, Lovecraft had some awesome characters.
Yep, that's one way of putting it. That's some dark stuff.
Definitely, man. slight intermission. The story is great material for books, movies, and comic books. I'm reading
Yep.
the comments.
He was pen pals with Robert E. Howard. So Robert E. Howard wrote about Conan,
Right. I knew
Conan
the
the Conqueror, and Solomon Kane. But Conan was actually fighting the same characters, like the old gods or whatever. And Lovecraft's characters were trying to survive them. That's basically the difference between sword and sorcery fantasy. And horror. Horror is, will they live or will they survive? They
Right.
could be their sanity, their body, their whatever. And fantasy is how will they defeat that evil?
Ruby. See, I just lumped it all up into one category.
Not really.
No, I
You don't
agree.
you don't lump fantasy and horror together. Most people don't. Like occasionally, maybe you'll find something that fits both. But I mean, in reality, horror is either science fiction, fantasy, or crime.
Right.
So it's one of the others. Yeah.
You get that last comment?
Yeah.
All right.
He doesn't want to admit to modeling for the chick.
You ain't gonna take that, man. There's a number you can call.
I wonder, does he think it's funnier that I said modeling for the chick?
You're gonna be going to see Mudvayne in a couple of months, man. Pretty excited.
Yeah, you were saying that.
Yeah.
Got it.
I haven't really been excited to see any concerts in a long time.
Shit, I ain't been into a concert in forever, man. The last actual concert I went to was Rush. That was on my birthday years ago. It was a good concert, though.
Now this is tricky because this is where that inverted shading comes in. The reference I'm using. Is not bottom lip.
Yeah.
But one of the cool things is that because I'm going to develop the minor characters a little bit more, I can push Cthulhu back in the distance.
Right.
And worry just a little bit less about the exacting detail, even though he's bigger.
Right on.
He's going to be lit from underneath.
Weird, I'm sitting here listening to music and I'm waiting for the lyrics to kick in. I don't know they ain't gonna I know they're not gonna kick in.
I wish. Problem is, if I play songs that have lyrics in it, if any money comes from the videos, they go to the song copyright on it.
Right.
Which is really weird because you know that it's just background music, you know.
Right on. Bing, 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 bing. Looks like Zoidberg on steroids.
What's that?
Zoidberg on steroids.
Yeah. Minus the pinchers and.
Right.
But yeah, that's basically Zoidberg is a miniature Cthulhu, right?
Pretty much. It's like I had no issue.
Your favorite tool.
Yeah. Yeah, that's inspiration, baby.
Read my regret saying he modeled for this now. Cold chamber. Take it. Big truck. we let Eli listen to that the other day. He'd never heard it before.
What do you think about it?
Well, when we first were doing the whole big truck thing, he thought we were joking. So it's like, no, look, it's a real song. And then his usual reaction when he got something that he hadn't expected that he liked, go look that up on YouTube.
Wow. Good to great for all your information.
Well, I think it's more so that you can just type a couple of letters in the search and then it automatically knows what he's going for.
Right on.
Fun fact, if I was trying to draw realism in the wasn't lit from below, I wouldn't do these big dark lines on top. But because it's lit from below, I can play around a little bit. He's also going to be lit from behind, but I can do a rim light there. So the idea is he's lit from below in the front.
Right.
A little bit more killing light.
Yeah, it is.
Maybe my fan will pop back in tonight and tell me how much I suck.
That's always wonderful. You're pretty confident, so.
Well, I have an answer to that, you know, and that's, I suck so much I'm getting paid to do this.
I got an answer for it too.
Yeah.
Each their own, I guess. Yeah.
I don't know. Some people feel the need. Like I said, my answer for it is I'm getting paid, so I can't suck too awful bad.
Right. Although some people do get paid to suck, but that's a totally different profession.
Yeah. I don't think that's what they meant. Remember what I said about because he's so far in the distance, I can push him back. That means I can soften the edges and I can kind of come away from the detail because the further away it goes, the less detail you can see.
Right on.
So on these tentacles, the ones that are directly out of direct light, I can just hint them in.
Yes.
I'm trying to find is some interesting shapes so that they're not all just the same.
Right.
It's just kind of difficult. They're trying to do 8 tentacles.
Yeah. Focus. There you go.
I gotta turn this down. I can't ever hear you. Dennis, if you're still in the room, which it doesn't look like you are, my co-host is Joe.
Yes. What's up?
Yeah, he said hi, Rich, and co-host.
Yes.
So I wanted to introduce that you're not just co-host, you have a name.
I think I'll get one of them stickers that says, "Hi, my name is."
Oh, yeah. But then you'll be tempted to say something that's not what your name is.
No.
Hi, my name is Nikki6.
Yeah, I changed a lot, you know. Got this permanent tan shaving my head.
Well, his name's not even Nicky, it's Frank.
Right.
He's got like 4 names. You know, it's the whole Italian thing, which is ironic because Eli has 4 names too. But he has 4 names because we knew he was going to be our last.
Wow.
So the idea was make him unforgettable. I'd say that's that we accomplished that anyway. Boy, this tentacle, I just don't like it. This isn't so bad. Maybe it just needs to loop back.
Right.
Have a bigger loop.
Have fun with it.
Nobody said it needs to actually have 8 tentacles. Just said
Right.
tentacles like an octopus. I don't think anybody in any of the stories counted them.
Yeah.
Considering Cthulhu's song is madness. That's the subject of the last one that I... Well, there's 2 more that I had originally drawn out, but I want to condense them into this one and one more. And if I get away with that, then the subject of the last one will be the madness. So I basically roughed in a sketch.
Yeah.
I know you like this instrument the best.
What's that?
I said I know you like this instrument the best.
Yeah, man. Pretty good.
Yeah, see, and that
Very cool.
it's the basic idea layout. That to me looked like Zoidberg when it was done, but I've drawn so many of them
Right
by
on.
then, you know. But the idea is, you know, they're going crazy from what they're hearing. But again, that's just a sketch that I can expand on.
Two-man, two. Now, does he have a beak under all them tentacles like an octopus does? Or
It's not described.
oh,
I think if you look it up, he's described as octopus dragon man. So it's like he's supposed to. The original description, he has rudimentary wings, so it's not really wings that you can fly with. But I
right.
think later on he ended up making them more functional. It's been a while since I've read it or the description of it because it's just such a common figure.
Right.
I'm trying to break up that commonness just a little bit. The fourth picture was based on adding some biomechanic looks to it.
Yeah.
And I think part of the issue with that is that a lot of the biomechanics come from crustaceans and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It comes from a little bit of the biomorph movement, but also a little bit of the crustaceans, crabs, repetitive legs and joints and that type of thing.
Segmentation and shit like that, man.
Yep.
I can dig it, man. Mm-hmm. I'm going to run away for just a minute. I shall return. All right.
Every episode, Joe runs away.
I am the running man. No relation. I'll be back, dude.
Okay, let's see if we can put on a different album for a little while. So I'm only hardlining this to a point, and that's only to separate the tentacles out. The rest of this I can smooth out pretty well. But the tentacles can be confused if there's so many scheduled lines in it. Of course, for those not following along or just joining in, this stuff's not going to be in the final. I won't be outlining it so much. Maybe there's a little bit of rim lighting, but as the painting goes, most of the line work should disappear.
Hey, I'm back.
Well, you didn't spook me and give me a heart attack. I thought you might. Well, you'd feel like shit if I died half on screen.
What's that?
I said, you'd feel like shit if I died half on screen.
Oh, yeah, man. You can't do that. Maybe.
And the goat head.
Yeah, he is.
Is that a cow?
Yep.
So
Oh,
it's like Elsie.
yeah.
So wait a minute. You're trans animal?
Trans-furry. Get it right, man.
What's that?
Trans-furry. Get it right. Woo! Whoa, whoa, whoa. That's enough of that. I've got to breathe. It's a bit hard, really.
I know what's missing. Some overlapping.
Yeah. A large pizza would be nice too. But not in the picture.
I was gonna say you'd have to buy, because if I did, it would never get there on time.
Like, I don't know, man. You could always order it online.
The delivery rate would still be crazy.
Oh, I know, man. And I have to tip them people. Man. Not even worth it.
I just paid you to drive a pizza to Florida. What more do you want?
Right? Nah, man, I can't even talk about food, dude. That big old burrito. I had a big old burrito supreme for dinner, man. I ate half of it. The other half's in the fridge, dude. I can't eat like I used to.
Yeah, me either. It'll kill me.
Right? I mean, I could have took it, but I'd be on screen going, oh, oh.
Yeah, it would literally kill me.
Well, let's not do that.
I've had to severely change my eating habits because I wanted to survive.
Right.
I'll be right back. Didn't you say that already?
It's a rerun.
No.
Not a sponsor.
So I hooked up with the Amazon affiliate program,
All right.
and I can't figure out how to make the links work.
Huh.
So, and I didn't have time tonight to mess with it too much, but supposedly any links that I put on, if anyone buys something from one of those links, like the lead holder or the wedge or any of the stuff that are linked, erasers or whatever, it's supposed to give me a cut.
Very cool.
I'm not supposed to even be able to talk about it, so shh. Nobody tell them.
Treat it like Fight Club.
It's really weird because when you hook up with them, it's an application till they check out your channel and all this other stuff. So it's so really so weird.
Hmm.
And that's one of those things that they get all the benefits and you might get a benefit.
Right. Yeah. They get the bread, you get the crumb.
Well, I was linking to the stuff anyway
Right on.
because I wasn't linking to it for money at all. I've never really gave that much of a thought. Like, it might pay off, it might not pay off, but I care not either way.
Right.
It's just a place where people can find what I'm using if they're interested, and instead of having to look it up, because I don't know what it is about kids today. They don't want to use they use Google to find everything else but what we're talking about.
Right on. Yeah.
People have actually asked me to Google reference pictures for them. Like, really?
Like, dude,
Google images.
we know you
Type-
have the
type
phone.
Type in what you're looking for, you know?
Right.
You may not find exactly what you're looking for, but guess what? It's supposed to be a reference, not a copy.
Exactly.
So, you know, that's not a bad thing if you don't find exactly what you're looking for. Makes you work a little bit harder, but that's not a bad thing either.
No. I'm a magical piece of talking clay. Max reference. If anybody else knows what I'm talking about, tune in. If not, look it
Like
up.
the Max.
Yes. Mr.
You'd be
God.
surprised how many people actually dig the Max in the Dave Finch fan server.
Yeah, man.
It was just posted as a drawing challenge for a week ago or something.
Very cool.
Pretty decent turnout. I would have probably played along, but I had this on my plate, well, the early stages of this on my plate, and a novel I'm writing, and
Right on.
you know, time-consuming stuff. And then we're starting to get warm, so we want to get out and about. And I want to be out in the world as much as I can be out in the world with the sun going, instead of it behind the clouds,
Right on.
or it's snowing or whatever.
You gonna work on your tan?
Not tan, but I like to walk outside, and there's
Right.
there's a couple of bike paths I like to walk.
Cool.
One of them is in Brunswick. There's one that's perimeter to the old Navy base, or there. It's pretty much opened up to the public to walk around now,
Groovy.
and it's not as big of a walk as some of the other ones. Like I like the Brunswick bike path walk too. It's right down by a river. I'm not sure which river it is, so I'm not gonna make any quotes, but I like to catch the breeze off of that, and there's a lot of slopes, but they're gentle slopes, so
Right on. Cool, man.
and then there's one in Lisbon that goes along, I think, the Kennebec. So it cools off a little bit in the summertime. You get that breeze.
Groovy.
But when it's 40 or lower, like the wind comes right off of that and just tries to rip your face off. So
Right on. Yeah.
yeah, not really too into that.
Oh, but come on. It's fun. Said no one.
Oh, you'd be surprised.
Well, them people need
There-
to help.
There are folks that are walking those paths.
Mm.
in the winter.
I don't know. Winter in Maine just does not sound like a good time to me.
It depends on what you like, really.
I
Like,
mean, I
if
guess
you
if I could dress for it or whatever.
ride four-wheelers, skiing, uh, tobogganing, just all kinds of stuff to do. There's ice fishing, if you're ice skating, and I don't do any of that.
Right.
So, yeah, I guess.
Yeah. Beer. Yeah.
Even these bite-sized chunks aren't really very short videos, are they?
Nope.
I can't imagine trying to draw the whole underdrawing in one.
Right. Yeah. Bam, bam, bam.
Looks like there's a lot of motion going on there.
Yeah, man.
And I can excuse the lack of where you're seeing the tentacles coming from with it's madness.
Mhm.
Where's it coming from? I don't have to tell you.
It looks like he's like coming up and everything's gone.
Yeah, that's the other thing too, is that he is surging up with, and that's kind of part of the look that I want to get across there too.
Right, it's coming through.
I think though I'm going to have to put the wings in actually on the canvas.
Right.
I started a little bit higher up on him on the page. Here on my show, we ask the really important questions like, does Cthulhu have nipples?
No. Well, you know he doesn't have a belly button.
Well, if he does, it's much lower than where ours would be, but he also has, usually we have a 6-pack, he has a 10-pack and going.
He's an overachiever.
Right? How? Now he has a 12-pack.
Yeah. Bing, 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 bing.
Octopuses are interesting.
Indeed.
If you look really close,
Mm-hmm.
the suction cups aren't like in a sleeve. The whole leg is part of the suction cup. It just kind of attaches. So first time I figured that out, I was like, wow. Everyone I see just draws circles with suction cups.
Right?
I'm going to be more realistic than them.
And again, I say, overachiever. Good kid.
I just think it's cool.
It is. I just found out that like each one of their tentacles have like its own mind and like acts on its own as a almost like a separate energy almost.
Yep.
That's crazy. I think they're aliens, man. They're like dropped in the ocean a long time ago and just like
You ever seen
started breeding and stuff.
You ever seen Resident Alien?
I don't believe so, no.
You have to look it up now.
All right. I will do that.
So,
Can you Google it for me?
I don't have to Google it. I know where I can watch it. So the premise is that this alien crash lands on Earth, but he's coming to Earth to destroy Earth. And he crash lands and he has to disguise himself. So the first person that he comes across is a doctor that doesn't work in the town that he's in, but he like vacations in the town that he's in or something.
All right.
And so he kills him and assumes that form. And then everybody comes for that doctor because their doctor died.
Oh, shit, all right.
So he's learning how to speak from watching Law and Order episodes.
All right.
They call him in to ask him to investigate or do an autopsy on a murder, and he's not even sure how completely to talk yet.
Mm.
But yeah, it's a comedy, so it's you ever seen Tucker and Dale versus Evil?
Oh, yeah, that's badass.
You know who Alan Tudyk is? That was the skinny guy,
Yeah, yeah.
blonde dude.
Uh-huh.
He's the guy that plays the alien.
Oh, all right. Yeah, he's a good actor, man. He's a funny dude.
Yeah, and he's a really good dry comedy too.
Yeah.
He was in Firefly and Serenity with Nathan Fillion and
Yeah,
all the
yeah.
rest of the cast. But like those guys tend to do guest appearances on each other's shows.
Right on.
And Nathan Fillion is an octopus. I don't want to tell you any more than that because, you know, I probably shouldn't have told you that, but you'll recognize his voice.
All right.
He's,
I'll act like
and it's not he's not a regular character. He just appears for a couple of episodes.
All right.
Yes, can you tell I switched albums?
Yes, yes, I can.
I got to get more material.
Now, what if you had music from like a local band that did their own stuff? Would you be able to play that in the background?
I couldn't, unless they agreed that it was duty-free music or something.
All right.
But yeah, if they want credit for it or something, then I really can't. But
Okay.
now I could write my own music.
Right.
So the main problem I have is that I get sick of anything after I listen to it for a while.
Right on. Start feeling like it's getting drilled in your head after a while.
Right. Like when I first started this, everybody was asking me, "Oh, who's the band that's playing in the back?" And like it's not a band; it's creator mix, and they do, you know, free music for anybody that wants to stream. Basically, all you have to do is give them a shout out, which I just did.
There you go. Yay! That's very cool.
I think maybe they make advertisement dollars or something from all the people that do click on there.
All right.
They've got other stuff on that site. I haven't explored it too much. But what was really cool is that even if I monetize, they're not going to charge. So
Decent. Oh yeah.
I also think that the guys that run it are the guys that actually create the music.
Okay.
So maybe that's part of it. What I really wish is it's a bunch of what's called trailer music, which
Alright.
is there. It's basically applications for movie music. It's people composing and then showing off their talents so that hopefully their stuff gets bought and used in movies. But a lot of them get used in B movies and trailers as is.
Right. Right.
Like, I wish I could do that because I'd love. There's a couple of artists that I love to hear, and the movie music to me kind of is more inspiring when I'm drawing something like this.
Mm-hmm.
If I can put on something that has like a fantasy danger feel to it, and it kind of inspires what I'm drawing, or
Right. Right.
you know, it just informs what I'm drawing, I guess, more. And I do that when I'm not drawing on camera. That's what I normally choose to listen to when I'm doing something like this. I'm either watching somebody else's artistic live stream, or watching a movie, or listening to movie soundtracks. There's a few movie soundtracks that I really like.
I know Man of War is real inspirational too for that doing fantasy stuff.
Mandalore?
Yeah.
Yeah. They're not too bad, but like, so if I wanted to fantasy, there's an artist called James Dooley. He's a composer.
Alright.
I think he's doing movies now too. But there's you can look position music up online, and it's like a site for all those kinds of composers.
Okay.
And if you look up James Dooley, he's got a selection of albums. If you scroll down, a lot of them are what you would hear in a fantasy movie, and they're really intense. Or or video game soundtracks, or it's just that type of music.
Oh yeah. Very groovy. It was chicken it.
I like him. I like the soundtrack for Solomon Kane, which is Klaus Badelt.
Alright.
He's written other soundtracks that you would know. I just can't think of any off the top of my head right now. Maybe Inception or something like that. The Black Widow soundtrack, I like that one. Not so much the nursery rhyme sounding beginning one, but it's designed to have a lot of action in that movie, and you can hear it. One that I really love, that I listen to all the time when I'm writing, is Into the Heart of the Sea.
Uh-huh.
Have you seen that movie?
No.
It's a really good movie. If you haven't seen it, that's a movie you should watch. It is the story behind Moby Dick.
Okay. Alright.
So,
And that's the heart of the sea, is what you said, right?
Into the Heart of the Sea.
Into the heart of the sea. Okay.
Yeah, it stars dude that played Thor.
Oh, alright. Can't think of his name right now. Oh, Chris Hemsworth.
Right.
Yeah.
Hemsworth.
Yeah. That.
But it also has the guy that's playing the Spider-Man, the last Spider-Man.
Tom Holland?
Yep.
Alright.
And wow, there's a lot of people in the cast that are well known. Another, Tom Holland as an old man, the guy that plays him as an old man,
Okay.
is you see Gangs of New York?
Yeah.
The guy that had the shillelagh.
Okay. Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
He was
That
also.
movie.
I think his last name is Gleason.
Alright. Yeah, he was in the Harry Potter movie too.
Yep. And he was in Troy.
Yep.
He was Menelaus.
Yeah, man. He's another good actor. He's good.
Yep. So basically, the movie is wow, I'm bad on names tonight, and I'm usually so much better than that. Herman Melville, the guy who wrote Moby Dick,
Okay.
him going to Brendan Gleeson, that's his name. Him going to Brendan Gleeson to get the story,
Okay. Alright.
and Brendan Gleeson has never told the story. He hasn't even told it to his wife.
Damn.
And so he ends up telling the story. His wife has part of the convincing. And that's the movie, is the story. And Moby Dick is that story truncated. There's stuff that doesn't go into Moby Dick from that story.
Okay.
But it's a true story. So like after you watch the movie, you can look up the story and you'll see that this is all true, even though it's a fictionalized version of it. It's a
Right.
true story.
Cool. I'm gonna have to pop out again for a second. I'm gonna give Leah a call real quick.
I don't think I'm very long for it tonight.
All right. Well, I'll stick
So,
around.
like, if you want to give her a call, but just remember, it's an hour and a half into it, and what
Yeah.
I'm doing right now is kind of solidifying the lines, and then I'm just going to throw the light sources in, and that'll be it.
She'll be up for a little bit. I'm good. It's all good.
She could come on here, too.
Yeah, no, he wouldn't. Too shy.
So what?
Huh?
It's pretty anonymous in the chat.
Yeah. I know. Speaking of chat, it's been real quiet tonight, man.
Yeah, there was, well,
Dennis
there
and
was,
Brett, nobody's been popped in.
right. Well, the number says 1, but like last time, the number was pretty low while we were actually doing the live stream, but it was higher when the live stream ended and I checked on the stats.
All right.
More people had already seen it than looked like.
All right.
So I don't know if that's a true reflection.
Man, I ordered my e-bike last night. Woo.
Yeah, I kind of want one.
Yeah, man, I got a Fuker or Fukari, however you say it.
Yeah.
Pretty badass, and it wasn't very expensive, dude. Nothing for the bike, and I got a bigger headlight for it. It only came for like $1,400.
Yeah. Well, I have to first be able to sit on it.
Oh yeah, it's a
And
step through, man, and
I'm
it's,
still working on that, really.
right on. Yeah, yeah.
I've still got wounds knitting together. And,
Right.
like I've finally been able to take a cushion out of the car and sit on a regular seat, but
Jersey?
that's not the same as having the bike seat rammed up your butt.
No, it's got a big old saddle seat on it. So you could get a bigger seat for it. But the seat that comes with it, like a moped seat, man. They got all kinds of e-bikes out there anymore, though. This thing's cool. It'll go 32 miles an hour. Got like a 90 mile radius on the charge. I'm pretty impressed. It was the best one I've seen, and I mean, it's cheap too. Some of them are high as fuck, expensive as hell, and they only go like 20 miles an hour. And, you know, their stats are nowhere near as good as these stats. I've been doing a lot of checking out bikes before I went ahead and did my knee jerk. You know,
Yep.
just buy.
Researched.
Yeah. That's the word. Good job.
Or you could call it your due diligence.
Research is a little easier.
But due diligence is what leads to the research.
Right. But yeah, man. I mean, shit, why not? I don't need no more than that. I ain't got to worry about making an insurance payment. I ain't got to worry about gas. I ain't got to worry about, you know, $24 a year is all it's going to cost me to keep that battery charged, you know?
Well, that sounds good.
Hell yeah, man. And I already got my saddlebags. I got all my lights. I got a helmet. I got all that shit, man. I even got a rear view mirror camera, dude. I had that for my old e-bike.
Oh, you've had one already?
Yeah, I got it through Renton Center. But once I got in my accident, they ended up taking it back. Couldn't pay it. I was like, fine, screw you, man. I don't need your shit. I'll get my own. But I loved the hell out of that thing. It only did 20 miles an hour. But it was pretty nice. I think I definitely upgraded though. Yeah. After I have it for about a week, I think I want to do a critique video on it. You know?
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Maybe it'll draw me some hits. Maybe it'll draw me some. Maybe they'll start sending me free shit and be like, "Here, we want you to put this on your show."
I wouldn't count on it.
No, I'm not counting on it, but I have high hopes. I have dreams. I know,
wouldn't
so
count on it, but you know, it's possible. I mean,
we know what happened to her. Yeah. Do. Slide. Can't wait till my computer chair gets it, man. Cause that bitch was comfy as hell.
what?
My computer chair?
Oh, your computer chair?
Yeah, it looked comfortable as hell. I can't wait till it gets here, man.
Yeah, just got a new chair. With taxes.
Right on. Now, how do you go about getting your own channel for YouTube again, man?
What's that?
Give me thoughts if you want.
What?
About how to get a YouTube channel started.
How do you get a YouTube channel started?
Yeah.
You have one automatically when you sign up or register.
Oh, okay. So I
It's
sign
whatever your name is on YouTube. That's your channel name.
Oh, okay.
You should be able to actually click on your name and get to your channel. But if you're on the laptop and you're open the YouTube window,
Yeah.
go up in the right hand corner
Uh-huh.
where you see your icon.
Yeah.
Click on that, and then it'll say your. I'll open the channel and tell you. It'll say. Yeah, say your channel or your YouTube studio.
Okay.
The studio will give you the analytics and the ability to change and customize and all that.
Really?
Your channel will take you to your channel so you can see what videos are laid out and pretty much in what order, you know.
True. True. Oh yeah.
Like, if you went to my channel and you were trying to watch this,
Yeah.
you'd have to go to live. Because
Right,
it's a
right.
live stream.
Okay.
Jake has been condensing them into a video version so that people don't have to go to that live.
All right. There you are.
My original sketches showed a lot more rib cage on them.
Mm.
I don't think I'm going to do it this time unless he really wants it,
Right.
because I think this is more powerful form.
Right. Right. You gotta slide it up a little bit so we can see what you're doing. There you go.
Maybe slide the camera down a little bit.
That'll work right there.
So did you see me working on this arm and the hand and stuff?
No.
I guess you should have let me know then.
Well, sorry, I was running my mouth. Yeah.
Just using a tighter pencil so I can get a little bit finer of a line.
Is there any certain lead you use? I mean, like number 2, whatever.
I do use certain kind of lead. It's actually in the description
Okay.
of the video,
All right.
so that anyone that's wondering can look there. And actually, there's a link to it too. I think there's a link to it. But yeah, this is a 0.5.
Okay.
And this is I think it's a 2H. This is definitely a 2H, but it's a 0.2.
All right.
This is an 0.5. This is a 2 millimeter. Now you've got me questioning it.
That's what I'm here for,
I
man.
always have to look it up for myself, so
Right.
and wouldn't you know it, it's on there, but it's so light I can't really see it. Yeah, I think it's a 2. But I've linked to these. I linked to these LEDs, both of them. This is a HB2.
Oh,
And this is, I think, an HB2 or an HB3. I have HB3 for it. So, what that basically means is, when you get B, you get to the soft,
yeah.
and the higher the number, the softer the lead.
Okay.
The more it'll look like charcoal. But the darker it will also be.
Okay. I
It's
understand that.
it's the opposite on the H. The H is, I think the H stands for hard or hardness. Don't quote me on that though, because that'll just prove me an idiot.
Yeah.
So these leads, they're harder leads. They're not so soft,
Right.
and they draw lighter, which is obviously they draw lighter.
Right. Okay. I got
But
it.
that's kind of the point to them.
All right.
Is so that I can do an underdrawing or whatever drawing I want to do without worrying too much about it.
Yeah.
I've got to rethink the light scheme on this hand, because the example I'm using is just top lit. Well, I guess it's backlit. So there's like a huge light section here, but it's dark from here. I suppose that kind of works. A little bit. It does work a little bit.
Don't you like
because
it?
because the light source is coming up here, but
Right.
it doesn't work on the hand because the hand's so, well, I guess that's why, because the hand's so far forward.
Right.
This is in shadow, so this wouldn't be not as in shadow anyway.
Damn.
What's that?
I was just making music, man.
For a second, I thought you were saying okay. I was like, wait, what? Did I miss something? That was skipping on the music. Wow, that sounds like it's dragging. Does that sound like that to you? Just slowed down and was like, whoa.
No, it sounds normal to me.
Yeah, it's back. It's back. It just slowed down for a minute. It was really weird.
Sounds like there's a ghost in the shell, man. The crap that we were doing earlier.
Yeah, whatever you were here earlier, apparently it just caught up with me.
Right on. Okay.
This is where you keep in mind that no matter how good your reference is, it may not do what you want it to do. So you may have to go away from the reference to get where you want to go. So I did not do the measuring that I was showing you guys for the last couple of videos.
Right. Okay.
I didn't because I'm not trying to follow an exact form.
Right.
I'm using reference that I like the idea of the light source and I like the idea of the muscle tone.
Uh-huh.
And I think I'm actually to a point where I'm just gonna blast the shadow in. Do a little bit with this just to show the absolute darkest spots. So there's two lights, but one of the lighting from above is actually from behind them because the moon's going to be back here.
Yeah.
So the firelight's going to be the main source of the front light.
Lighting up his underside, right?
So that's why I was saying this could work as backlight. Same way. Because the moonlight's going to be shining this way.
True.
If it's coming from behind, it'll hit that. Maybe someday I'll be more than a no-talent hack.
Yeah, man, you suck.
Yeah, I know, I've been told.
Just trying to keep you humble. Yeah.
Alright. Suppose I could be humbler. I don't think I have an overly big head, but I'm not jumping into this having no knowledge of what I'm doing.
Right on.
So I really like his tentacles more.
Yeah.
I like his body language more too.
Right on.
And that was great for an idea to express the idea.
Mm-hmm.
But this is really more of a powerful pose.
Yeah, it's more refined. It looks, yeah. I like it.
Alright, son. I have to pull up a reference photo here.
Mm-hmm.
It will be quick.
Now, is this going to be painted in watercolors or acrylic?
Acrylic.
All right.
Yeah, this is this is not the watercolor painting. That would take forever.
I'm sure.
Well, either that or it would be, I don't know. You wouldn't be able to eliminate the lines, you know.
Right on.
And that's a lot of what we're doing is eliminating the lines. in the course of my searching for reference material, I found one good bodybuilder that was bottom lit.
Yeah.
It does not have the pose that I'm doing at all.
Right. All right.
But he has enough of that bottom lighting to get the dramatic effect that I'm going for.
Cool.
Just show me some things that I already knew, but didn't think about because I didn't have to.
Now, do you pay anything to use StreamYard?
What's that?
Do you pay anything to use StreamYard?
I do. I pay the minimum to use StreamYard. I don't pay the full.
Right.
There's several different tiers. I use the cheapest one right now because
Okay.
I'm not getting paid to do this. So like
Right.
I'm getting paid to do the painting, but I'm not getting paid to do the streaming.
Right.
Streaming is actually just for the benefit of the people who have asked me lots of different questions and haven't gotten the answer as clearly as I wanted to from me just writing the answer.
Thank you. All right, never mind.
So
Joe B, I see you are drawing my wife. Oh. Wow. Bigger man than me. Like, get over here. No. Yeah, I'm feeling headbanging cow again. Woo. Yeah. Oh. All right. And I'm back.
You were gone?
Yeah, didn't you see that cow come in here, man?
I did not. I'm not looking at that.
Yeah, man, it was weird. It like came in and just started headbanging.
I heard you say something about headbanging cow, but I thought you just were wearing the mask again.
Of course I was.
The reference picture had a reference picture up on the laptop
Uh-huh.
for a minute, so I'm not watching this screen
All
at
right.
all. I'm like,
It's all good, man. I must say that arm looks a lot better than it did. At first, I had question marks floating up around my head, like, huh?
because you didn't know I was going to do with the arm?
Yeah. It kind of looked a little, cattywampus. Now I understand. Now I see.
Well, it'll make more sense, I think, when it's painted.
Right.
I'm never really sure what can be seen on screen or not.
Right.
That's actually why I was mentioning that I was paying attention to this and not the screen. I pulled up a reference picture on the laptop for a second.
Okay.
That's exactly when you stepped away. I'm like, okay.
Sweet.
So you might want to hop up and call her.
All right, man. I'll be back.
I thought it was going to be a lot quicker, but I still have to do a little light source on the tentacles and stuff yet.
Oh, you're golden pony boy. I'll be right back. Yeah. All right, man. I'm back.
You missed the imposter.
Oh, he's back.
No, he's gone again, I think. I didn't pay him no heed. I was doing something.
Oh.
I just looked up in time to see that we just wasted space.
Yeah. What the hell? Well, hello, Mr. Imposter.
Yeah, I don't think he's there.
That's good.
I don't see anybody actually watching at the moment, so that doesn't mean that nobody's watching. Like I said, that tends to be the case that somebody's watching, but you really can't tell it till later because it's not exposed.
Right.
In StreamYard, I can only block him, which, you know, it's really not even worth it.
Looks like he's waving the white flag in person.
Oh, I don't know. Elephant never forgets.
No worries.
Yeah, I don't know. Whatever. I'm not here for him. Apparently, I'm here for the people that are interested.
Word. But hey, it counts as a view, right?
What's that?
I said they count as a view, right?
It counts as a view.
Well, there you go. Thanks, buddy.
It counts as a partial view for however long he was there for, but it adds up.
Well, you know.
What?
Going with the music, man.
Oh. I'm hearing an echo because I keep opening it in Facebook
All right.
to see what's going on. There's some things I can't see here that I can see on Facebook.
Right on. Holy crap. It's like you're gunning for 3 hours this show.
What's that?
I said it looks like you're gunning for 3 hours on this show.
I wasn't, but you know.
Hey, that's all right. I've seen people stream for up to 6 hours.
I have too. Like I wasn't trying to put that big of a stream together really with this, but I should have known that, you know, it's Cthulhu, it's going to be a little bit bigger.
Right on.
Just because it takes time to do those tentacles.
Yeah, definitely.
And not only time to do the tentacles, but time to figure out where the tentacles are going to go.
Yeah.
Most of it's done. I'm just trying to figure out some of the logistics on the head.
Right.
There's
From your top
some
right
small
side.
things that I've got to do in the hands yet, but
Right.
and then I've got to figure out exactly where the light source is coming from as far as the moon goes. Like how much of it's actually hitting his shoulders and chest or whatever.
Right.
I like the idea of it coming onto his neck over here and coming onto his cheek over here, because that's stuff that will add dimension to it.
Yeah. Yep.
I don't think I'm going to do all the little shadows and stuff tonight. Mostly I wanted to get the layout. Some of the shadows I'll be playing with as I'm going, and some of this stuff is going to be lost in the background.
Yeah.
Even though the moonlight's going to strike part of it, it's going to be less bold, less clear.
Right.
The shadows are going to be less dark and more muddled, I guess you could say, because the further away you get, the less detailed you get.
Right on.
And the eye is drawn to the biggest contrast. So, like, this will be. Can you see that?
Yeah.
That'll be just shadow. There'll be just shadow in here, but it won't be dark shadows, because I don't want the eyes to be drawn to the shadows. There's going to be a lot of night sky in there, but it's going to be not black. It's just dark sky.
Right. Okay.
This is going to be where all the contrasts meet on him.
Okay.
They're going to have a little bit on the littler figures. Like the silhouette is not going to be black, as I've shown you already, because she's going to be backlit.
Right on.
The other ones aren't going to be black either, but now normally, because they're closer to you, you're going to have those darker contrasts because they're closer to you.
Right, right.
But they're going to be a little bit backlit, so I can fade the edges a little bit and not make it as clear. So right here probably will be the focal point, because this is going to be where it turns from the firelight color to the night sky color. So there'll be a little bit of meeting in the middle here.
Right.
That's what I've got to figure out for this arm. I think maybe it's going to be like right here.
Then you got to figure out how to incorporate all that into the wings once you do that.
Yes and no. The wings are, I can make them as diaphanous as I want to.
Okay.
So I can make them see-through.
Yeah.
So they'll just have a tint. A tint of gray or a tint of whatever color. Maybe a tint of orange on the lower part and a tint of white as it gets higher. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got you.
But again, I don't want to make the wings the focal point. I want to make it leading up to his head the focal point, but I don't want super clarity in his head, because part of the mythos of Cthulhu is that it's madness to look on him, it's madness to stare at him for too long.
Right, right.
So I want just enough to know what's going on, but not enough to hyper focus. You don't want to hyper focus on the tentacles. To build the eye is going to glow.
All right.
That's going to be important, because I know that my patron likes the idea of glowing eyes. And it kind of does put a clarity in the middle of all that muddled.
Right.
So that will sharpen it a little bit and add a little bit to that horror aspect. Now, what I want to do for the tentacles is, believe it or not, mostly in pink, but it's going to have to be darker than pink, so I have to figure maybe it's going to be reds or cherries feeding into it, or maybe an orange. Usually it's a pink underside or a white underside.
All right. So you gonna be back on Sunday, or you gonna give the weekend a rest?
It depends on how I feel.
Okay.
Like, this is the prelim. There's one more actual prelim that I should do.
All right.
And that's the cliffside stuff. But I'm gonna hold off because I don't know how much of that I want to do as detailed cliffside. I got a whole bunch of reference pictures for that, but because they're gonna just be holding these people, and the people are gonna be kind of vague. I mean, you can see their cloaks and stuff, but they're gonna be, you're not gonna see detailed faces or whatever.
Right. Right.
And I don't know how much I want to put in for details of the backdrop until I know where everyone's situated.
Yeah.
But I will show the process. So I guess what that means more than anything else is that the next step is to arrange these and size them up for the canvas. And I will show me stenciling them on the canvas, and then I'll probably draw the landscape on the canvas.
Okay.
But those will...
sense.
What's that?
That makes more sense.
Yeah, because I don't really know. These, they're not all going to be the size that I've done drawing them now.
Right. Right.
They just can't be.
No.
And Cthulhu's got to be bigger. So what I'm probably going to do is I'm going to blow Cthulhu up. Like, I'm going to take him down and have him enlarged and darkened as a copy. And then I'm going to shrink the other ones a little bit. Well, I've been running 3 hours this time, Dan. And I wasn't actually, it's funny, I wasn't trying to run so long with these. I've breaking these up because I wanted to make them shorter.
Glad to hear everything's doing all right, man.
I think he's talking about this.
Well, I'm glad for that too.
I definitely would be glad to see everything going right for him.
Right.
But such isn't the case for us that often.
Mm. You gotta fake it till you make it, man. I know easier said than done.
Well, that also fits that. Oh, looks good on paper.
Yeah. Literally, look at that on paper.
Yeah, I mean the faking it till you make it part, but
Blah, blah.
yeah, I don't want to put too much information in there because I don't want to draw too much away. But
Well,
a little bit of separation, that's it. This one's gonna tuck away, but before it does, because the light's sitting that way.
right.
I think mostly it's just this arm, clarifying it a little bit.
I think it's cool just watching it go from a blank sheet of paper and watching all the steps, man, and seeing where it's at, you know?
Yeah, it's kind of one of the reasons that I did this way.
Right.
And I think I told you last time, I posted on Facebook and in the room or the channel, Discord channel that I mod on,
Yeah.
asking if everybody wanted to
Your hand
watch the
hidden
whole
again.
thing or skip ahead.
Right on.
Huh?
Your hand is hidden again. There you go. Yeah, you were tucked down behind RWA. I'm here to help. Bring it up, bring it up, bring it up. Yeah.
It's come a long way since the original plan.
Yeah.
That's one of the things I did to the other arm that I forgot is I put those spikes on it.
Right.
First time too. I forgot to put those spikes on it.
Very groovy. Oh yeah, dude.
I wish that the eraser, electric eraser, didn't leave so much crap on there.
Yeah. Stretch.
But then again, it tells me when the eraser is getting low. I learned last video, Dan, that I suck. No, you weren't here for that. You missed that.
Yeah, I definitely like the positions of the arm a lot better.
Now they make sense to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes it takes until all the light and shadows in there for it to really be what it can be, and a lot of this stuff is gonna disappear yet anyway because I'm relying on lines for this that aren't gonna be there. Let's see if I can. I'm sitting there like, this hair is driving me nuts. It's not hair. That's where I put the arrow for the light source, but it's not in no way. That's the worst arrow ever drawn. Like, third graders could draw better arrows. Kindergartners.
Should have just told everybody you dropped the pencil.
Well, anyone that's been watching for 3 hours knew that's not the case.
Yeah.
But they may not have known what the fuck I was doing. What are you blowing? I think really the pertinent stuff is here.
Yeah, man.
Got the alternating light sources. Everything but the wings.
What are you doing?
I am calling it.
All right. It looks real good, though, man.
So now it's just sizing it. Getting everything set.
Yeah, yeah. Can we get a full view of that before you back out?
Let's see. Maybe.
There you go. There you go. Hell yeah.
Actually, probably, yeah, a better full view would be his.
Right there.
Yeah, because there's nothing really below here.
Right on. Very groovy, man. Very
All right. That's that. 3 hours. Wow. That's
Hey,
a short
man.
video.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. I'm out.
All right, man.
I probably, if everything runs right, we'll do something either Saturday or just next Tuesday.
All right, dude. Cool.
All right. Thanks
All right.
for watching. Thanks for hanging out.
Everybody have a good night. Dan, you have a great night, man.
Yep, everyone that's like this, hit like and subscribe.
Yes, sir. Talk to y'all later.
Yep.
Same bedtime. Blah, blah, blah.